Okay, so what we're doing right now is that I'm just that whole collection post, just I need to cleanse my timeline. Okay, so I'm doing something today that's just meant to be like fun and laid back and just chill. Um, y'all are meant to like listen to this or watch this when you're like lavando tus calzones or something, or like, doing chores or just relaxing or whatever around the house. To be quite honest, like I am a very anxious person, so sometimes I like to have things playing in the background because they help ease my anxiety. So just, this is just meant for you to just relax and watch it. So what we're doing today is that on Reddit, there is this sub called Am I the Asshole? Where people post like conflicts, and they ask people like, okay, well, in this situation, was I the asshole for doing X, Y, and Z or whatever? So we're gonna judge people. That's what we're doing. We're judging people because that is something that I'm very good at. Yes, yes. In case you haven't noticed, so we're just gonna go in and just make some calls, right? Like, are they the asshole or not? And the reason I can do this is because I'm an asshole, so it takes one to know one, right? So here we go. And nothing too like serious. I don't want like nothing too serious, just but we'll see. What is this? Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my sister's husband's surgery with my inheritance slash college money? Oh, I love this. I love like interpersonal family beef, especially like the in-laws beef. Like I love this. Okay, here we go. So this is context. My sister, female 27, and I, 18-year-old female, lost our dad a year ago. He was my only parent. Mom was never in mine or my sister's life. Dad left money, inheritance, for me and sister, and she used her inheritance to get new cars and renovate her house. I live with my aunt right now because my brother-in-law didn't let me stay with my sister. I'm planning on using my inheritance money to pay for college tuition. I've always wanted to be a doctor, but haven't. Baby, just get FAFSA. What? Why are you going to use your money for that? Just get financial aid. What? Anyway, my sister and I haven't been close. It started after she got married to her chronically ill husband, who was allowed to make backhanded comments about dad and mock his illness. What? And make a scene at his funeral. What? Okay, already not liking this person only because he's ill and shouldn't be held accountable for his behavior. Well, I need more context. I've distanced myself, but my sister kept visiting a lot lately, venting about my brother-in-law's condition. He's been in and out of the hospital for heart problems and in need for surgery. She brought up my inheritance money several times, but I end up cutting the conversation. She then straight up asked if I could help pay for her husband's surgery, and she'd pay back in less than a year. I felt uneasy because if I give her money for my inheritance, which is a large amount, there's no guarantee she'll pay back. Okay, I'm taking a year gap. All right. Oh, okay, there's more. So I refused to help, and she had a meltdown at my aunt's house, calling me heartless, cruel, with no empathy. She said that her husband's death should be a priority, and I need to help because I mean, like, does she have no other relatives? Because I'm hearing a lot about aunts and like uncle. Like, why? Like, is her sister the only person that she can ask for money? Like, there's no other family that she can. Like, what about this aunt? Like, why can't she ask this aunt for money? I don't. Anyway, my aunt suggested others pay. Okay, or that's what I'm saying. But most of them cut my sister and her husband off. I wonder why. I wonder why then. I argued that her husband's poor health isn't my fault after she kept blaming and guilt tripping me. Okay, valid. She kept crying, and although my aunt decided to stay out of it, she said that I should be prepared for permanent damage in my relationship with my sister if I don't help her now. I mean, okay, she's been sending texts and pictures of her family telling me this is what I was saying no to. Okay, that's too much. That's too much, girl. You're doing too much right now. A happy, healthy family with a healthy husband and father. I cried and I felt like I was being selfish, not good aunt and sister. I asked my friend and he said let them sell the cars and all luxurious stuff they bought. Oh, okay, yeah, so they have assets, right? They have stuff too. Um, I mean, this is a pickle, isn't it? Like, well, look, like she brought up this thing, which is really important because she brought up this thing that obviously she feels some type of way that this her sister's husband was, at least she felt that he was mocking her father, and that he caused some type of scene at his funeral. So obviously she's resentful, right? Like she has a grudge on this man, which I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know what kind of scene he did. I don't know if he like flipped over the coffin or something. I don't know, right? I don't know what he said, but it's obvious that she has some type of resent. Um, and I feel like I mean, it's easier said than done, right? But I feel like she should just be honest, maybe, or maybe she doesn't even see this as why she's being hesitant to help out. Because I feel like that's probably why. I feel like she just doesn't like this man for what he did, for why he like how he was mocking her father and what he did at her father's funeral. So I feel like she should just tell her sister, like, yo, I am not inclined to give this man money when he acted this way. I mean, who knows? Maybe like he could apologize or just be like, hey, you know what? Like I've changed. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she should like, I mean, she's not obligated to either. At the end of the day, it's her money and she could do whatever she wants with it. But like I just feel like she should just be honest and be like, yo, this man was an asshole and now I don't want to help him. Sorry. Which, yeah, maybe it is a little fucked up because he has like heart problems and can die, right? But like, I just, people need to communicate, you know what I mean? Like, let's see what the verdict is. I don't know. Like, I mean, mm, let's break it down. I would say like 80% not the asshole, 10% kind of the asshole, just because I feel like you can communicate like what you're feeling a little bit better. Um, but let me see. I mean, people seem to be agreeing that she's not like really, she's not in the fault for this. Um, I mean, I'm not saying that she is either, but I'm just saying like, she could just like be honest and be like, yo, he was an asshole. Like I don't like him. This is what's going on, right? Like I don't know. This is a doozy. This is harder than I thought it was. Like I saw a YouTuber doing this, like passing judgment, but like this is a little harder because I just sometimes I need more context. Like I need to know what type of scene he caused in the funeral home because then like, I don't know. Like it's just I don't know. I'm gonna say she's not the asshole for it. Like you know what I mean? If your feelings are valid, I guess. Let me see. Let me see another one. Okay, let me see this. This one sounds juicy. Am I the asshole for telling my son he deserved his girlfriend breaking up with him? Okay, this is spicy. This is spicy. I like this. This is spicy. There's some spice to it. So my son had a long distance girlfriend recently for about 2 years. She was great, a really nice girl, and we all loved her, welcomed her with open arms. She, I love these interpersonal conflicts. It's just so humans are so interesting. Anyway, she was flying here constantly to visit him, like a weekend a month, and he didn't lift a finger to go visit her. Okay, so we're already all right. I'm seeing where this is going. I tried talking to him about it several times and told him he should really start looking into flying over to her instead of expecting her to do all the traveling. Okay. He said no. And my wife probably had something to do with it, as she constantly told him she was afraid of him flying. Okay, so maybe he's afraid of flying, which is valid. I'm also afraid of flying here. I spoke to them both and said this girl is great for him. She was willing to move over to our country too. Oh, so it's like different countries. Okay, so it's like international travel. But said there was one condition, and that and that was he'd have to fly over to her country too, which is fair enough. Okay. He said no, he didn't want to fly or travel anywhere. I mean, he doesn't want to, like, that's valid of him too, I guess. My son was becoming lazier and lazier, eventually telling his girlfriend and us that he was perfectly fine, never traveling anywhere, including holidays, etc. I mean, is that him being lazy, or is that him just developing maybe this like intense fear of flying? I mean, you know, last week he told us she's dumped him. I went on her FB page. Okay, see, this parent, whoever this parent is a little too invested in this relationship. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, this parent is a little too invested in this like relationship. It's kind of weird. Like, they're going to the ex-girlfriend's Facebook page. All right, anyway. I went on her Facebook page, as we're all still friends. Being social media friends with your in-laws is I'm not gonna say anything. Sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading. She wrote us an apology letter. Why she write them an apology letter? See, this is what, like, sometimes y'all get too invested in relationships. Like, you forget that, like, it's like, this is so extra. Like, oh, anyway, she wrote us an apology letter about how she's upset it didn't work out, but these things happen. Like, why do you have to, like, when you break up with your partner, like, why would you have to reach out to like their parents and be like, oh, I'm so sad it didn't, like, that's super weird to me. Like, that's just super weird. Anyway, um so we're on good terms. Like, why do you need to be on good terms? Like, ugh. And look, and looks like she's with a new guy already. So Miss Mama just got a new dude like fast. I mean, good for her. Kudos. There's no shame in that. But like, she was already talking to this other guy. Like, you don't just get with someone randomly right out of a relationship. Like, that means that she was already talking to this person. And I'm not hating. I'm not hating, power to her. But like, I'm just saying. Me and my wife have no doubt she was seeing him while still in a relationship with my son. Yeah, see? I confessed to them both that I actually agree with her decision. See, why? Like, why is this family so invested in like their son's relationship? That is super, like, how old are these kids? Because if they're like teenagers, maybe, like 16, maybe. But if they're older than like 18, 19, if they're like already in their mid 20s or above, like, this is super weird. It's super weird. I need these to be like children, because this is super weird otherwise. I confessed to them both that I actually agree with her decision, and he should have expected it. He did not treat her properly, and I hope he learns lessons for the next one, because he needs to make more of an effort. I said he deserves it for his lack of effort in the relationship, and for essentially just allowing this girl to spend all her money. A hair is going in my mouth. Spend all her money and time coming here all the time. Wife and son are very upset that I said this. I mean, duh, homie, it's not your place, to be honest. Very, very upset, and my wife says I am being horrible. Am I the asshole? I stand by what I said. Yeah, actually, yeah, that 100% asshole. Like, this is super weird. Just super weird and like slightly creepy to me, like, to be this invested in your son's relationship. Like, is your son 10? Like, is he not an adult? Are these not adult people? Like, are these children? Like, what? Like, ugh, no. Um, let me see. Let me see what people are saying. Okay. I don't know what's going on. NTA, I don't know what that means. Uh, oh, you say he's 24 in another comment. Okay, no, if this is true, see, but people are saying that he's not the asshole because this guy is lazy. First of all, if his son is 24, yeah, he's 24. Oh, no. This is weird. That's a whole adult. That's a whole adult in a whole adult relationship. And just because someone doesn't want to fly or get in an airplane, that makes them lazy. I like I mean there was mention that the mom was like talking to the son about like fear of flying. Like no one thought to just be like, hey, so are you scared? Like is it that you're scared? You know, like are you scared of flying? Like we can work this out or like plus I mean like at the end of the day, like I doubt that he was making the girl like fly constantly to see him every month. I'm sorry. Like unless, you know, like no one was telling her to go to this country to be with him like every other weekend or whatever it said that it was. Like I I no, this is just no. No, definitely the asshole. This is super weird to be this invested in your adult son's relationship. This is super weird. Completely asshole. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. All right. Let me and y'all can disagree with me. I you know whatever. Like this is a interactive thing. Like I want to do this live like on an Instagram live, but I don't know how it would work like cuz I would want to share my screen and stuff. That's why I'm like recording it. Um I don't know if I want to touch this like racist one. 'Cause, I mean, I just want like some low effort, you know, like chill. Let me see. Am I the asshole for telling my parents to pay me back my college tuition if they want a relationship? Huh. All right, let me see. I'll bite. This one sounds interesting. Okay, so am I the asshole telling my parents to pay me back my college tuition if they want a relationship? I was raised by parents who believed religiously and just culturally in rigid gender roles. Okay. Dad should work, mom should stay home with kids. I'm the only girl and have three brothers. Because of their expectations, I'd stay home with kids. They never valued my education, educational achievements, or emphasized things beyond domestic skills. Okay, yeah, that sucks. I'm the second youngest. By the time I was in high school, my two older brothers had gone to college of their choice, with my parents fully covering tuition, books, and off campus apartment and other living expenses. Oh, wow. Okay. They eventually did the same for my younger brother. I was told I wasn't allowed to apply for college. Wow, what the hell is this? 1918? I mean, yeah, it kind of is 1918 with this whole goddamn plague still going on. But whatever. I did so in secret. Good for you, and got accepted with a partial scholarship. I didn't tell them I was moving out until a week before I left. Yeah, okay. With essentially nothing but what a few friends gave to me that their parents bought them for college. Aw. I took engineering and had to work, took on debt, and struggled. My parents and I have barely spoken for years. I'm married now and expecting our first child. And they asked to meet up. Okay. We met at a park and they said they were sorry if they caused me pain, but would like a relationship now. It's gonna take a little more than a sorry, baby. I can already tell. Um, I asked them specifically what they were sorry for. Yeah. They wouldn't elaborate and just said they wanted to move forward. Oh, yeah. Mm-mm. I said that wasn't sufficient. In the end, I said they could prove they were sorry by forwarding me the 100K my degree and college expenses were, just like they did for my brothers. Good for you, baby. Good for you. Get all your money. My mom burst into tears. My dad said I wasn't being serious and I just left. Do it. Since then, I've been getting calls from my brothers telling me I'm being immature and hurtful. I don't think so at all. Nope. Neither do I. Neither do I. Reasonable. Neither do I. Like this poor baby had to like lie, like struggle to like get a better future uh, while her brothers just got coddled and like, you know, basically their parents paid for everything. Nope. I no, get your money. Get your money. Get all your money back. Um, what's the verdict? Not the asshole. Oh, is that what NTA means? Okay, I'm getting the lingo. I'm getting the lingo. Okay. No, not the asshole. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Not the asshole. Mm-mm. Completely not. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is spicy. This sounds spicy as hell. Am I the asshole for sleeping naked on top of the covers to teach my flatmate girlfriends a lesson? All right. This sounds a little spicy. Sounds a little sriracha. So let's see. New to Reddit, please bear with me. So I, 21 guy, live with my childhood best friend, 22, also a guy, and have done for 2 years now. Up until last week, things were perfect between us. Okay, so roommates. However, he recently got a new girlfriend, 23 lady. I like that he put lady. And she I don't know why that's so funny. Ah yes, the third gender, lady. And she honestly seems absolutely great, except for one thing. She seemingly has a complete aversion to knocking. Oh, not good. She and I have quite a lot in common, and I actually like spending time with her. Hey, I mean, as long as there are boundaries. However, it bugs the hell out of me when she just barges into my room without knocking first. Reasonable. Now, she's never walked in on me doing anything untoward. What? Okay. I'm usually just chilling on my bed or studying at my desk. However, on at least 7 separate occasions, she's done it first thing in the morning to ask if I want coffee. Okay. I sleep naked, to each their own. Every time prior to the last one, I've been under the covers and she hasn't seen anything. I always point out that she could have, and she just giggles and says, "But I didn't." Oh, so she knows. So it's not like she doesn't know. So she knows what's going. She wants a peek. She wants a peek. That's what's happening here. She wants a peek. Because okay, I'll save it. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish and I'll save it for when I'm done. When she stayed over last week, in order to make my point, I intentionally slept on top of the covers. Sure enough, she barges in at 7 a.m. Do y'all not have locks? Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it until the end. She barges in at 7 a.m., begins to ask if I want coffee at 7 a.m. How do you wake some? I'm gonna save it. Begins to ask if I want coffee and sees my you know what. his she saw his it shall not be named. She immediately backed out of the room and didn't speak to me for the rest of the day. My mate later pulled me aside and said I was bang out of order. Bang out of I love English slang. Said I was bang out of order. I should just read it in English. Accused me of no, I'm shit at that. Accused me of deliberately exposing myself and pointing out that I'd threatened to do it before. I literally just said okay, but what if I had no covers and you saw everything before? They're now framing this to others that I'm some sick creep who intentionally got naked and lay in wait for her. Because that's how I get my rocks off. And I'm kind of seeing how it came off that way. Am I the asshole for doing this? I mean, humans are so complicated. I mean, like I said, do y'all not have locks? Like, is there no lock in the door? Like, their locks don't exist in your country, in your place of origin. Like, they don't like you can't lock your door. I mean, okay, let's say they don't have locks. Okay, like, I mean, he told her, like I said, like she knew what the situation was, right? Like the situation under the covers, right? Like it's just weird to me, like as someone who happens to date men, right? Like yeah, I've dated people who had roommates who lived with other people. Um, and I was also friends with, that person or whatever. And it's not like first of all, it's just weird to me, like this like weird like coming into his room at 7 in the morning, like just unannounced. First of all, like who wakes up someone at 7 in the morning? Like I wouldn't, unless it like, especially if it's not my house. I'm going to someone else's house. This is where they live, and I'm gonna go wake them up at 7 in the morning. Like what? For coffee? Like you don't need to drink the coffee right when it's done. Like you can just leave the coffee there and wait until this person wakes up and then be like, hey, there's coffee there. You might have to reheat it. Like I don't, that's super weird to me. Like there's something weird about this girl just knowing that her boyfriend's roommate is naked and just barging in without knocking, after he already, like this man had already told her first that he's not comfortable with her doing that and that this is the situation. I mean, did he have to do all of that? Not really. I don't think, like there was really no reason for him to really do this, to be quite honest. I feel like he could have just bought a lock for the door or something, or like you could have spoken to your roommate. Like he could have spoken to the girl's boyfriend, which is his roommate, right? Like so you'd think that they're friends. So you could have been like, hey homie, like your girl's out of pocket. Like you need to, like I've already kind of spoken to her. Like, can you kind of tell her, hey, that's weird. You shouldn't be doing that. Like you shouldn't just be barging into his room at 7 in the morning, especially if like he sleeps naked. Like again, it's just communication. I feel like a lot of these things could just be resolved if people just spoke to each other and just said, hey, like this is the shit. This is what's happening. What are we gonna do about it? So I would say yeah. I no, yeah, he was kind of the asshole. He didn't like this could have, like you could have done so many other things. Like you didn't have to show her your little Lord Voldemort, like what or whatever. Like no. It didn't have to go down like that. Like at all. Mm-mm. Nope, not touching that one. Um, nah. Okay, this is spicy. I like it. And it has to do with like interpersonal, like in-law, like relationships. You know me. Um, all right. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to shut the fuck up after she insulted my sister's thighs? Already off the bat, case closed. No, you're not. Case closed. We could just move on. No, you're not. But let's find out what the context is. I'm 30 and my 12-year-old sister, oh, she's 12. So I'm assuming that the girlfriend is like also kind of like 30. I'm hoping, like at least like an adult, like maybe mid-20s. So no, but anyway, okay. More context, more context. I'm 30 and my 12-year-old sister is living with me right now because my mom and pops are vulnerable. Oh, I'm guessing this is during COVID, like recently. So it made more sense for me to care for my sis for the time being. She is really She is a really great kid, and to be honest, I feel in a lot of ways like she's my own kid because my mom and dad don't speak English, so I kind of had to raise my sis in ways that they couldn't. Okay, I, immigrant feelings. Okay. Hard to explain, but I'm sure anyone with a secondary culture will get what I mean. Yes. My mom and dad are great parents, but having an English speaking person to guide you through shit when you live in an English speaking country is invaluable, in my opinion. Yes, it is. And my sister trusts me with stuff she won't necessarily trust my parents with. Okay. Anyway, my girlfriend was FaceTiming me and my sister. Okay. Anyway, my girlfriend was FaceTiming me and my sister walked past in shorts and a t-shirt because it's hot. My girlfriend waited till my sister had left the area, but not the room, and made a face and said, maybe feed her less? Her thighs are kind of chunky. And wait, and he's not saying that this is his ex? He's still, or they, sorry. They're still referring to this person as their girlfriend. I'm a little perturbed that they're not saying my ex-girlfriend. But anyway, let's keep going. I saw red and told her to shut the fuck up, just came out of my mouth, and immediately ended the call. Valid. My sister is a bit chubby, but for fuck's sake, who says stuff like that about a 12-year-old girl? Literally, everybody I know has been texting me that I am a piece of shit boyfriend and that how can I disrespect my girlfriend like that? See, like, why do people get involved in other people's relationships when they don't know the whole story? Like, that's my whole thing. Like, why are people so involved in other people or like invested in other people's relationships like when they don't know the whole story? Like, chill on that. I am expecting an apology from her, but to my shock, everybody is expecting me to apologize. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Nope. 100% not. The only reason I would say that he or they are the asshole, excuse me again, I need to slap the heteronormative out of me. The only reason that I would say that they are the asshole is because they're still in a relationship with this horrible person. That's the only little like caveat that I have. And yeah, of course, everyone's saying that they're not the asshole. But I mean, that's my only thing though. Like, are you still in a relationship with this person? Like, why would you want to be in a relationship with this person? And who's obviously like spinning this in a way that's making you look like an asshole to other people, and other people are now going against you. Why is she not an ex at this point is my only thing, right? Okay, maybe one last one because I don't even know how long I don't even know how long this video is. So last one. Let me see a spicy one. Okay, this is kind of spicy. Am I the asshole for telling co-workers extremely bluntly why I'm not participating in the office weight loss bet? Right off the bat, I could tell you probably not the asshole. I don't know why other people are so invested in like other people's bodies. That's a little weird. So let's see. Someone got the brilliant idea to make an office diet best. Oh, sorry. Someone got the brilliant idea to make an office diet bet due to COVID gains. Is that really a thing? Like, are people saying that? Like, ugh. With people pooling in their money to see who can lose the most weight by Thanksgiving. That's kind of recent, maybe. Or maybe it was last year. We've been in this shit for 2 years now. Or is it going on to? I have lost all sense of time. I am one of the 7 people not participating. Lots of pregos. Sorry, pregos. Wow. Okay. Lots of pregos, some bodybuilders, and people who maintain their weight who aren't interested. Okay, good for them. Since I've visibly gained weight, they thought I'd want to participate. Oh, that's douchebaggy. Like, why would you assume that of someone just because they've visibly gained weight? I didn't. Jen, in charge of everything, Jen, kept dropping by to remind me to turn in my form and my money. What a bitch. I said, no thanks. Jen wouldn't drop it. Other people got involved. Why do other people always get involved? Like, why do y'all get involved? Asking me why not all the time. It'll be fun. Don't be scared. I'd feel better and look better. Why are you so invested in someone else's, the way that they look physically? I told them no, I wouldn't. And it's a great way to bond. We're all in this together. It's like Weight Watchers. I'm not interested. And then eventually I said, no, drop it. Good for you. Good for you. You know, you try to be nice, set your boundary. They didn't listen. Now it's time to be not aggressive. What was the word? Affirmative. I don't know. There's a word. They decided I wanted them to convince me. Wow. 2 weeks into the bet, they tried to trick on the scale. They tried to trick on the scale to shock me. What does that mean? I contacted HR. Good for you. Good for you. People finally backed down. I'm eating my food one day, rice and beans. Nice. People sitting with me start dropping hints that how they feel so much better now that they aren't eating carby comfort food all the time. What is wrong with people? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, why can't you just let people eat and be in their bodies in peace? What is wrong with y'all? I said, I'm glad you feel better. That's some petty shit and I love it. They took this as a sign that I knew I'd feel better again and started up saying I could still join in. Oh my God. I finally fucking snapped and said, you guys suck. I'm a recovering anorexic. Oh wow, sorry for the ED. I didn't know that was what was gonna get talked about, but there's an ED trigger warning, I guess. I get one whiff of competition and start starving. Okay, I'm like not really gonna go into that. Okay, they have a hard time because of their ED. Okay, yeah, very, very hard time because of their ED. They were very blunt in what they experienced with their ED. And okay. A chorus of wow, and we were just joking. And they said, I said, no, you weren't just joking. Congratulations, by the way. Okay. So then they mentioned that because of the coworkers' constant pressure into like this weight watching thing, that this person had a little relapse with their ED, which my God, that's just, these people are such douchebags. None of them would look me in the eye, so I just went home for the day. I got a call from women in HR who were shockingly supportive of me. Well, good for them. One of the bodybuilder guys stepped up and said, he's witnessed a lot of harassment and he doesn't blame me for my outburst. Aw, good on the gym bro. A few others did too. However, they had to cancel the diet bet. I didn't ask them to, and people are blaming me. Wow. Saying that I can't take a joke. It's not that, oh my God. It wasn't that deep. And the girls present said they no longer feel safe working with me because I obviously have mental issues. What is wrong with people? One of them made a big stink about politically correct bullshit. Of course, they always do. And how I'm the typical hypersensitive millennial. Aren't we all, though? Aren't we all? I go back and forth on this all day thinking I should have just swallowed my anger and gone back to HR or just stopped eating lunch in the office or whatever. I didn't mean to ruin anyone's. No, do it. I'm a very big proponent of like when people go low, you go to hell. You know, you can be nice with your boundaries once, right? But if you have to like, if people keep like not respecting your boundaries and then trying to like fuck with you, then you be petty. Because to be quite honest, that's the only way that some people are gonna learn to leave you the hell alone. Like once you're like, listen, motherfucker, this is how it is. This is how it's gonna be. Period. Like, so no. Good for you. Good for you. Like, this is nope. Yeah, not the asshole, of course. Like this is, yeah. You this is an amazing story. Like Like sometimes it's just that's the way that people learn. Like if you just are honest with them and you're like, yo, that like, listen, motherfucker, like stop it right now. You know, you turn the tables on them, right? Um, but yeah, this was kind of fun. I kind of liked it. I might do it again. I don't know, it depends how long this video is. But yeah, I'm just cleansing my timeline because that collection post had me just whatever. Plus I'm in the middle of like scripting a video and stuff for like my research where I like go more into depth about it. So I just wanted to take like a little break from all that. But yeah, this was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah, it's nice to judge other assholes, right? It takes one to know one, I guess. And now my Zoom is stuck. And I don't know why it's been doing that. It's just been getting stuck. So let's see if I can even like end it. Yeah, I can. Okay.